Okay.
Yeah, you can tell about the product.
Yeah, thank you very much. This technology is called carboncor technology. It's a environmentally friendly, cold, bitumen-based road surface that runs without any heat, no solvents. It uses the same aggregates that you use for normal hot asphalt. It uses the same penetration grade bitumen. We add a little bit of carbon, that's why the name is called carboncor. This technology was developed many years ago, 15 years ago, for the mining industry, because normally mines develop in rural areas in the middle of nowhere, where there's no hot premix available, and they have to resort to dust suppressant chemicals, concrete, which is expensive. The mining industry asked us to develop this as an environmentally friendly option to do the initial first stage road infrastructures in remote mining areas. Since 12 years ago, we started doing permanent installations for road maintenance repair in all the big cities in South Africa. That expanded into Africa. 9 years ago we started supplying into India. 3 years ago we put up a very big manufacturing plant in Vietnam, where we are now the #1 preferred road surfacing material, up to 500 tons per day of installations. We supply now to Myanmar, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Yemen. So it's an expanding technology. What it's about is easy to install. Water is used as an activator. We spread the material out. You give it a 2 or 3 stage compaction. Only lightweight compaction equipment is required. For lightweight traffic, you can open the road immediately in straight line. If it's on difficult areas like corners or traffic lights or gradients, then you need an hour or 2 for curing. For heavyweight trucks, industrial areas, bus stations, we prefer 4 to 6 hours of curing before we open the roads. The material is volume stable, from -45 degrees to +55 degrees. It doesn't crack. It doesn't leach. It binds up carbon permanently or long term, which makes us environmentally friendly. We need less than half the amount of labor to install roads. You can use labor intensive application for manual installation, or you can use standard paving equipment, but we don't need the heat switch. We install at ambient temperatures. We can install in light rainy conditions. It's not preferred, but we can.
How long does it take it to dry?
Depending on atmosphere, depending on obviously humidity, etc., anything from 2 to 6 hours. For full-time 100% curing is reached after 72 hours, whereby we develop strength up to 1,400 kilonewton, which is nearly double the strength of standard hot premix. The biggest advantage of the material is the maximum stone size that we use is 6.7 millimeters, which means we can effectively install a permanent wear course at a thickness of 10 millimeters. So for resurfacing of existing roads, an extra 10 millimeters on top of the existing road does not.
I want to ask you, with the 10 millimeters, can you explain how many inch is that? Is that 4 inch?
Close to half an inch. Half an inch. 10 millimeters, 12.5 millimeters. So for resurfacing of existing asphalt roads, for anti-skid properties or for crocodile cracking light damaged roads, we use a lot less material than hot premix. You also don't have to mill out the road surface because 10 millimeters of additional height does not really interfere with drains and drainage curbs, etc. So cost effectiveness of our material for that application is 30 to 40% cheaper than conventional.
So you can't actually do more than 2 inches then? Because like our minimum road requires 4 inches of tarmac. whereas you have only like you said 10 millimeters.
According to traffic loads, internationally the roads are classified normally into 4 different categories. E1, which is rural roads, E2, secondary roads, E3, primary roads, and then E4 is your motorways or expressways. The international standard, depending on different countries, for hot asphalt on an expressway is between 55 to 90 millimeters thickness of hot premix. We developed the same or better physical properties at a thickness of 40 millimeters compact down to 30. So our after install thickness is as low as 1/3 of normal hot premix, and it will maintain its anti-skid properties better, and it suits it conforms to international road standards. That's what makes it cost effective even for new road installations.
What do you see of the potential in our roads, especially in Kathmandu?
I think it's got a huge potential, especially in rural areas, because if you want to do asphalting of existing rural roads, you have to dig out up to 1 meter of material, compact a new road base, waterproof that with tack coats and macadam layers, DBMs. Our material, we shape the existing rural road, because the base should be stable. If it's been used for a long time, the base is stable. Our material bonds to damp surfaces, so we just shape the existing road to design for drainage during water drainage, and then we put the material straight onto the existing rural laterite surface at huge cost savings, and obviously installation is 4 or 5 times quicker than hot premix rural road development. So I think for Nepal, it's a huge advantage.
Thank you. Thank you.